beat, demons in your ear. Now you wanna be with me.
Papi, you know I want that heat.
Now you wanna be with me.
Papi, you know that.
My name is Philly Dark One, and welcome to my thoughts. Today, you know what I mean, I'm in the thought process of what's going on in America hoods today. You know, it's a lot going on, and some of the things I want to talk about is how you know, things is on demon time. You know, and I say that because seeing a lot going on. Now, let me tell y'all my background. You know, I grew up in Southwest Philadelphia, and here for 52 years now. Born and raised in Philadelphia. I lived all over Philadelphia. Since I've been here, I lost two brothers that was murdered in the streets of Philadelphia. And I say that with sadness. I say that with heartbreak, you know, because these was two young individuals that was cut down in the prime of their lives. You know, one was 17 and one was probably around 30. You know, he wasn't a young boy, but he wasn't an old head neither. He was, you know, he was on the cusp of being an old head, but he never got to see that time. And they both were cut down. You know, lives were cut short because of female, because they was dealing with certain females that other guys, you know, was into at the time. But saying that to say there's no excuse for that. You know, there's no excuse to murder somebody today. And I say that, you know, a thought process that, you know, yeah, people might say, excuse me, y'all. I just want to, you know, focus on how I've been feeling. And I watched this Channel 6 episode of the news, and I usually don't watch news because it depresses me. It depresses me of the state that, you know, Black America's in. You know, I ain't focusing on nothing else but Black America. And to watch the news sometimes, it can really, you know, it could really be bothersome, you know, for lack of a better term. And you know, you see so much. You can predict when you watch the news. You can predict what they're gonna say. You know, somebody got shot, somebody got stabbed, somebody died in the fire. You know, and today it's too many times than not that you hear about kids being slaughtered in the streets. And you know, most of the times it's not by the hands of, you know, a white cop or a white person. Most of the times it's by the hands of somebody that look just like them. And for me to sit up here and say that, that's sad, because you're talking about these kids dying at the hands of another kid, someone that's 15 years old, someone that's 16 years old. And the story that I'm talking about, a young man was visiting a cousin, you know, spending time with a cousin, and his mom was taking care of some business, and they was walking down the street and a car just pulled up and just unloaded on them, dumped on them, is what we used to say back in the day, dumped on them, you know. And when I was looking at the story, the mom went on to talk about how the son showed pictures of him with neck full of medals. You know, this kid was not, you know, a street kid, so to say. This kid was not, you know, slinging. This kid wasn't selling drugs. This kid wasn't a bad kid. But this kid was slaughtered in the streets. Not to say that any kid deserved to be slaughtered in the streets, but this kid done nothing to deserve this. And once again, not to say that any kid deserved that. But, you know, when you're living a lifestyle, you know, of reckless behavior, and you're out there and you're wilding and you're out there creating enemies, and you don't care who you come across, you know, it's problematic in the streets, because it's kill or be killed, and everybody knows that mentality. And it's sad to say that I live in the city of tagged, quote unquote, city of brotherly love. You know, since I've known that this city has never been about brotherly love. This is the city where they dropped the bomb on the move. I remember that when I was a kid, and at the time we had a black mayor that was a part of this. Did he do this? I don't know. But we had a black mayor when they dropped the bomb on the MOVE members. But I want to touch on that right now. What I want to stick to is that where we are as a society, at a point in this time right now, you know, and we in the midst of a pandemic, and you can just go around from city to city. I saw a news report where they was talking about Chicago, where they was talking about 51 or more carjackings, you know. And you can go all over to metropolitan cities and look at the crime rate has escalated because of this pandemic. And it's like, you know, people out here using this as an excuse to go out and commit heinous crimes against each other, mainly black people, you know. And I don't know the statistics as far as the white neighborhoods. I'm not focusing on that. And it bothers me. It bothers me to no relief, because when I hear these stories, and I know these are our next generation that's getting slaughtered, you know, getting slaughtered out in the streets. And it's sad because we are a group of people that got hurt in our background from our ancestors being enslaved, our ancestors being tortured by the hands of, you know, white men, for the lack of a better term, you know. And for us to be here today after so many trailblazers like Martin Luther King has fought for our rights, you know, and if Martin Luther King could wake up today and see where we at as a society, as a group of people that he fought for, that he died for, that we're out here killing each other, you know, over the minor things that these kids is dying over. You know, and it's not just kids, but, you know, it's all age groups, you know, but the majority right now that you're seeing dying by the hands, by gun violence, is minors, is minor kids. And that's a problem for me, you know, when we could sit around and say Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. We can protest, we can go out and crash windows, we can tear up stores screaming Black Lives Matter, but where's the Black Lives Matter movement when these young kids is being slaughtered by the hands of their brothers? Where's the Black Lives Matter movement then? It's like, you know, we jump out and scream Black Lives Matter when the other man is killing us, but what about when the brother man is killing us? Like, we just can't get comfortable and say that Black Lives Matter when somebody of a different race is killing us. We got to say Black Lives Matter to all races at all times, especially to ours. We can't sit back and get comfortable and just say, oh, it's excused because he was the same color as him. Nah, even more so, we got to carry the torch when the person is of our same color. You know how that looks when you see somebody slaughtered in the streets and is at the hands of somebody that look just like him. Like, you know, what are we? Where are we at as a society, as a culture, as a group of people, when we can just slaughter our brothers and sisters in the street every day? Every day. You turn on the news every day, you can find a story about a young man being slaughtered, a young woman being slaughtered. Stuff is not taking place only at nighttime. This stuff is taking place during the day. Like, back in the day, you would have these kind of heinous crimes happen only at night. But now it's no time matter. Like, we at a point in time where I keep saying that we on demon time. These people is on demon time because they don't care. They don't have a care in the world. They will blast you out of your socks and wouldn't think twice and go smoke a L and laugh about it with their homies. I don't know if it's dudes out here that's trying to get a rep because they want to get a part of a gang. I don't know if they out here, you know, just trying to show that they're tough, you know. But it's sad at the state of Black America when you see so many young individuals on demon time today. And I named this just because of that. When I saw that story on the news a couple of days ago, and it just broke my heart. You know, I've seen a lot of stories, and I've seen my family members, you know, gunned down. But for some reason, this just hit me different. I don't know why, and I felt compelled to make a video then, but I wait till now because the reason why I didn't make it then, because I didn't know how the parents was going to respond to this video if they saw it. I didn't know, you know, what they would think of it. Would they, you know, get mad at me and want me to take it down? But I speak to the parents today of that young man who was gunned down in the streets. And I want to say I apologize. Not that I had anything to do with it. Nothing to do with it at all. But I apologize as a man coming from a Black community where these are our brothers and sisters. This is the way I look at the next man as my brother, the next woman as my sister. And these are the people that's gunning us down, you know, and they're still walking around life after they took another life like it's nothing. Like they just do this and going about their day. I can't imagine that. I can't imagine taking somebody else's life and going on about my day like it's nothing. Like it's just a walk in the park. Like how can you look at yourself in the mirror when you turn on the news and you see a man slain in the streets and you know the blood is on your hand? Like how can you sit every day, go about your day every day forward, knowing that you took another man's life, and then for it to be an innocent man's life? Like, how dare you play God? And I'm speaking to every individual out there that can see this video that know that they did something like this to somebody. That's somebody's son. That's somebody's brother. That's somebody's uncle. That's somebody that you took away from this planet, that you didn't give birth to. Not that a mother who gave birth to a child has the honor to take away a child, but how dare you? How dare you commit such a crime, taking a life? Only God can give it, and only God can take it away. If you are playing God, then you should be bringing forth life, blessing others, not taking away life. And I just hope everybody that see this video, you know, is moved by this video and share this video and talk to the younger people in your family, whoever they are, wherever they are. Have a conversation with them, especially the young black men that's out there. It's everybody's responsibility to talk to our young black men and school them and educate them and let them know it's nothing wrong with, you know, having a fair one. You know, hold your hands, because you come back to live another day. And it makes me think about the episode on Friday where you could take that ass whipping, he could take that ass whipping, but guess what? Both of y'all live to see tomorrow. You know, it's too many dudes out here that's quick to go get a gun and call themselves solving the problem. That's not solving the problem, going to get a gun. That's escalating the problem. That's taking that problem to the next level. And it's really sad time right now in America. You know, not that this wasn't prevalent before the pandemic, but it's like it's escalated. Like if you go look at the numbers yourselves and just see where we're at with the numbers as far as Philadelphia right now, we're at an all-time high in homicides, and that's sad. So I don't want to take up no more of your time. I just wanted to express myself and get that out there to y'all and let y'all see where it's at and let y'all judge it. Y'all can hit me in the comments. If y'all like this, y'all can subscribe to my channel. I'm Philly Dark One, and this is a more hip hop news TV. And I will be opening up another channel, Philly Dark One Thoughts, and that's where I'll be doing more of my face-to-face with the camera video, and y'all can subscribe to that, and I'll be letting y'all know on the next video when I'll be putting that up. So I just want to say to y'all, and before we go, this is my clothing line, Amore. Amore stands for love, and that's Amore. World needs more. That's the world needs more love. And if you ain't spreading love, then what are you spreading today? All right? So like I always say, Amore. World needs more.
Beat niggas in your ear, bitch. Wanna be with me?
Papi, you know I